And we're live. Okay. Hello all, hello world. This is day 156. Holy hell. Of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Last time we thought we would have an easy time just like doing a quick little fix. It turns out we are in hell again. So, yeah, there's more refactoring to be done. Specifically, I believe we are just rewriting spill. Rewriting, I guess, like our spilling to instead of like, or first of all, tracking spill costs not just by the register, but also the live range of the register. So this way we can like distinguish between registers, or I guess distinguish between live ranges. And then from there we just like refactor using that, and then we can figure out what type of a spill constraint we can do. What's good, Max? Good to see you. My day's been a little bit tiring, but hopefully yours has been better than that. Let me test something real quick. Discord. Nightbot, hello? Okay, Nightbot is failing me. Let me try this out. Online? Yes. Okay. Am I going insane? Commands. In class? I see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Took it a second. So then, does this mean Rex works? Nightbot, please. Nightbot. Okay, there we go. Oh, I need to edit the... Okay. So it doesn't do new lines. Let's edit that real quick. I guess I can have this up. I think this is safe. This is fine. I need to edit this. Zoop. Okay, and then one more thing, dot files. And then let's yoink my dot files. All this stuff real quick before I do anything. Yep, there we go. So that should work now. Nightbot, please. Nightbot, please don't make me look stupid. Nightbot, please, please, Nightbot. Okay, there it is. Okay, first try. Okay, anyways. So that exists now. I know I've said I wanted to do this for a while, and then I never did it, so it's here now. We love having Nightbot around. Anyways, so I guess this is the big thing we want to do. We want to do this big refactor. Coloring is gonna be a little bit interesting, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Okay, so let's refactor. So first we want to change this type. I guess we could make like live range in here, or we could put that in liveness actually. I think that would make the most sense. So using live range, let's put that here. So this is a std. Actually, are circular dependencies allowed? I don't think so, right? Because I'm thinking about why coloring, or like the color thing goes in interference, or color size. I guess we could rename this to like flattened size. Let's do that real quick before something blows up. Okay, cool. So we'll just do that. So interference we flatten. So here we need to make changes. Yeah, flat size. Okay. Build. Good to see you, Scottish. Yeah, hopefully everything's going well for you as well. Okay, so this seems to be good. flat size. Yeah, this just like, oh, I need to format. There we go. Yeah, and that even shrinks things down a little bit. Zoop. Okay. So that's just like a small quick change to make, just so things look a little bit prettier. Because I felt weird having like color size in something that wasn't coloring related. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of that. Okay, so next thing, where am I? Right, we're refactoring spill. So let's go here. Let's go true enough. Here will be a nice -7 outside tomorrow. What is that in Fahrenheit? Oh yeah, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, I guess don't die. That would be quite bad. Okay. So instead of in spilling, let's put this in, I guess, liveness. Let's just like define live range. So live range is a std tuple, I guess. What is, or I guess we could, we can see what like the pair type. It's not really a pair. I guess it's just a tuple. Yeah, let's, okay, wait, Windows 1. Tuple C++. Okay, yeah, so this is what I want to use. So we want a tuple, let's import that. So this takes, there, register star, and then size t, I guess. Yeah, that is definitely one of the sizes. What are you working on? So I don't remember exactly why, but I think it was something to do with like our spilling algorithm. The problem is our spilling was kind of, it was just vomiting out like the smallest possible thing to spill, which is fine, and that does what we want it to, except it's something that literally does not help us to spill. So we need to at least do something about that. So like it was spilling just like a read from memory and then using the register in one place. Spilling that would not alleviate register pressure at all. So there's also the risk that like something is going wrong with coloring, but that's like a latter issue to worry about. In general, I guess. So what I'm concretely doing is currently, if we go to spill, our spill costs take a register, and then I guess we have the spill cost, which is a uint64t, and that is mapped per register. So I want to be more granular with this. So I'm increasing the definition of what a live range is from, I guess, we're mapping not just from a register now, but also from an entire live range. So we have like two size t's here, one representing the beginning of a live range and one representing the end. It's like an instruction number, I guess, for when the register is live. So I'm refactoring that right now, and then we're gonna refactor everything else to use that. And then we'll worry about spill cost stuff in a bit. I initially considered pushing this off to a later time, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized I was gonna need to like do this at some point anyways. So I may as well do it sooner. I figured this is the backend of a compiler. Yes. Yeah. So right now, this is all in with the end goal of register allocation. So we have variables. We need to turn them into registers somehow. We only have 16 registers, and we have potentially way more than 16 variables. So we need to figure out what to do with it. Okay. Let's replace this. Let's change this to live range. Handcrafting the optimization phase. What do you mean by that? Like, if you're talking about the middle line, well, I guess the answer is yes, but, I'm just confused what you mean by the optimization phase, at least. Okay, so we have this. Let's make build, just seeing what broke. Okay, a lot of things broke. Let's fix the stuff in here first. Interference is broken. Right? Huh? Am I getting pranked? No type named pointer, are you serious? That's not supposed to happen. I guess in liveness maybe? Let's use this liveness. Okay, I guess that means we need to fix this. Wait. I don't think we need to fix that. Huh. Wait, so what was borked? Operand. Oh, okay, we need to, okay, we're gonna need to change that in a bit, but let's do spill first. I think this will make life less awful. What is wrong in interference though? Yeah, I don't see what's wrong here. Okay, this is fine. This is great. Let's get all this done first. Is copy constructible? Oh, oh wait, that's not great. Okay, that's actually very annoying, actually. Okay, so our tuple thing doesn't work. Okay, I understand what the problem is now. Yeah, so we can't do that. We literally cannot do that, which is very annoying. Okay. Optimization phases and all that stuff. Yeah, that happens way before where we are now, though. Let's go. Right. I feel like I should remember you, but I don't remember you, unfortunately. Apologies. Okay, let's restore all. Coloring. Actually, spill. Okay, so what do we do with spill costs then? This is inconvenient. Maybe we don't do the refactor then, because I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to do this. I don't know. Am I supposed to spill live ranges? I'm probably supposed to, but do I keep this like this? What do I do about it? How do I map this? Came a little while ago and asked for good luck because I applied to my school's IIT program. I got in. Nice. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm sure you will do great. Let's see. What do we do here? Is this a thing? this is annoying. Okay, so we can use map, but I would like to avoid that. Tuple as ordered map key. Oh, that's really annoying. Make tuple. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, so we make a hash. This is very annoying. Grr. Oh, this is a thing? Wait. Oh. Wait. What? Okay, we're just gonna go for it somehow. Wait, but no, we did do a type def, right? We did like a using. So we do this. Why didn't you use Rust? I wanted more C++ practice. So unary function, dear lord. Hash. This is awful. Do you see Anthropic C compiler experiment? Yes, someone sent it to me. I haven't like read through it fully, but it's pretty cool, I think. Yeah. Like sure it can do what I'm doing right now, but I don't think it can do the learning I'm doing right now. So from like a job perspective, I'm not concerned. From like a productivity perspective, I think this is good news at least. I do not believe this. What is happening here? Oh, Stack Overflow is dying. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Okay, maybe we shouldn't do this actually. Well, what is the best way to do this? I guess this is rough. I don't enjoy this at all. I could just be lazy and just like leave it, but yeah, that's very annoying. I guess we could leave spill costs like this, but no, we shouldn't though. Okay, let's make it a map from this to like pair. Std unordered. Error. I have to go now, and I see you have more time tomorrow if you make live. Yeah, I should be around. We'll have to see where things get pushed. It might be like pretty early, but thanks for stopping by. Okay, so we're gonna need to be really obscene with this type. So we want a pair, so this is size t. Yeah, this is very ugly, but I promise this is sensible. What's wrong here? Oh no. Surely pair is hashable, right? Alright, this is fine. Nope, it's not. Okay. Great. Great. That's so annoying. I really don't like this. Why isn't this a thing? Why isn't this just like, why do I have to install, why do I need boost for this? This actually like PMO. Let's go Dominic. I'm trying to make my my spill costs count live ranges, but we have some problems here with just figuring out how to even do it. So, oh no, why are we using string? No. What do you do when you're done with this compiler? I won't be done with it for a while, so I'm not really concerned about that. I definitely want to do some like open source work at some point. There's some other like side projects that I think would be interesting to stream that are somewhat related. I might actually just use a map. I'm quite lazy. Okay, we're gonna use a map. We're just gonna use a map. What's the Spider-Man? I've never been here before due to our time zone differences. Unlucky. Well, welcome to the stream, I guess. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy your stay here. Let's try the live range thing again, and we're just gonna use a map instead of unordered map because I'm lazy. Yeah, let's just include map instead. Yeah, this sucks, but I mean, what can you do? It's the tuple of something. Yeah, so we want a tuple of register star, and then we want. Actually, I don't really like this definition. We're just gonna hand code it in here. I don't really care anymore. Yeah, we're just gonna stick it here. We're stuck on pause and reading the discourse. Well, I mean, I guess you're here live now, so yeah, it's a good time. Have you a specific compiler role in your sights, or just hope you land one? I think there's like a couple of companies that I'm like particularly interested in, but I mean, at the same time, beggars can't really be choosers, right? So it's like a little bit of everything. So we have register, we have size t. Yeah, this is definitely not the prettiest, but I mean, I can't really do a lot about it. I think this is kind of just how I think this is the least bad way to map it, at least. 1 AM, I see. When's balanced, probably do some learning myself. Well, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so spill cost defined now. This is so annoying. There's not a good way to do this. This is just gonna be really slow. I guess it's doomed to be slow, but still. Yeah, so let's make a live range. It's custom struct that stores all the stuff you need for spill costs. I'm not sure actually. I probably could, but like, actually, is that like hashable by default? Because if it is, I'm definitely gonna do that actually. You know what? Yeah, you're so right. Actually, I'm gonna do that. I think I should probably define a lot of these things as structs instead of like doing this type slush. Huh? Yeah, that actually sounds a lot better. I don't know. I'll probably I'll make a note of that as like a potential refactor target. And then we want yeah, we'll try it out. Yeah, I don't know. It probably is better, to be honest, the more I think about it, because there is inherently just less slush around it if it's like some degree of structured, like pre-structured data at least. Okay. Well, the big thing here is I need to figure out what I'm even doing here. Yeah, because like this sort of encoding thing is like kind of a code smell to begin with, so I really should probably do something about it. GPT's been naming its structs and classes. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's hard to name, to be fair. But then again, the flip side to that is GPT is definitely not good at it either, so like, it's interesting. Yeah, so let's do like a live, let's do a set for live. Unordered set of LR register star live, I guess. We'll do that. So we wanna step through this in a liveness-y way. And then this lets us like clean this up as well, I believe. We'll figure out what to do with that in a second. Yeah, what do I do with this? Yeah, it makes me lazy, so I try to not use them as much. Yeah, I think like it's useful for like helping you think, I think, in some capacity, but also even still it's like crack cocaine. So like I'm definitely getting demonetized for saying that, by the way. So but yeah. I think it's good to at least do some thinking on your own. And it's useful to like use when you get stuck, but just like be mindful of the use at least. Okay, so let's yoink all of this for a second. Let's just like stick this down here and comment that out. Let's also yoink that. Let's comment that out. We'll figure out what to do with that in a second. Yeah, so we need to figure out like what a live range constitutes at least. This is rough. Yeah, this is not fun. I guess we kind of need this information though. This is really awkward. Yeah, I really don't like this. I kind of want to just be lazy. I guess if I were to be lazy here, hypothetically, what would I need to do? So we wouldn't need to do that. We definitely still need to figure out how to do a spill constraint. But that still makes a mess. So I don't know how to do that. I guess this is easier if we have live ranges. But the way we do live ranges is just miserable. So there's not a great way to do that. And then everything else is like whatever. What is a good way to like what is a good way to clean this up? Let's look for more resources. Spill cost algorithm. Let's see. What's a good place to look? I don't know. Grokpedia? Wait. Fact checked by Grok. No way. What are we doing? Okay, wait, this is really funny. I'm gonna look through this. Oh lord, okay. Ah, bunk. Optimistic spilling. Yeah, maybe I do need to just refactor things earlier, actually. Because I'm starting to think this might... I guess, like, me not doing, like, live ranges, or not doing, like, webs is causing an issue. At least, like, making a mess out of it all. It's like, liveness is fine. I think interference, this might make a mess with. Yeah, there's not a great way to do this, I guess. Yeah, this doesn't really make a lot of sense in this context. Spilling is hard. Spilling is really damn hard. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I could just be lazy and just spill everything, but like, that sounds awful. Maybe I should have just done linear scan. That would have saved me a lot of headache instead of doing graph coloring. Yeah. Anything useful here? Spelling is in the sense of throwing register values on the stack? Yes, spot on. Yeah, like I would like to avoid spilling everything, but for now I just want to like I just want to like get code at this point. I've spent like 2 or 3 months now just like trying to tackle code gen. And the moral of the story is I'm bad at it, so okay, let's see what's here. Splitting live ranges, scary. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could try like a live range. I guess I should think about like live range splitting algorithms. But like if I'm doing like a full register, I think I should do I think I probably should just like think about it in terms of spilling for now. Okay, wait, this slide deck's actually like pretty useful because I think this is like kind of what I'm thinking about. Try to make the regalloc. Yeah, it is rough. Yeah, hopefully this like inspires you a little bit if that's something you still wanted to do. But if not, then like that's also fair. Okay, yeah. So we have loads and stores we need to worry about. We should think about these things. These are all mentioned in the Mushnick book, actually. Variable with highest connectivity, yuck. Okay, yeah. So we do need a register. Yeah, so there's like a load, and then we still need a register. So it looks like we've done nothing, but yeah. Something about chicken and egg. So we added reserve registers. I see. Load in a store that uses a virtual register. Oh, I guess that makes sense actually. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is kind of what we're doing. Something about linear scan. I could probably just do a separate linear scan implementation as well. What algorithm do you use for interference? It's quite bad. It's really stupid. I just walk through everything and then like, if registers are alive at the same time, we just interfere and call it a day. There's nothing great about it. Okay, let's skip through here. Let's go to right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could like look through this. I could show you what I did at least. So we're in compute interference. I'll just put this on the right side. So hopefully everything's on screen. So we have, I guess I should start with the data structure. So our interference is just a map from like register to a set of registers. You'll never guess what register set is. But yeah, it's just a map from register to a unordered set of register. So then I guess just looking at compute interference. So first we step through everything. We have this like interference builder thing, which just like builds the map, just so I can like deduplicate some code, and just like make it kind of stateful in a way. Yeah. So first we add all the physical registers and we, I guess, make them interfere with each other because duh. Then we look through our gen and out sets, and then for everything in gen we want it to interfere with everything else in gen, as long as it's not with itself. And then we want everything in out to interfere with everything in gen. That is kind of it. So gen is like the defs of an instruction. So the registers that the instruction defines, and out is the, I guess, out set from liveness, I guess. I explained that like kind of poorly, but yeah. And then down here, this is just like adding miscellaneous nodes that we didn't get up to this point. Yeah, hopefully that was somewhat explanatory. Actually, we could do this all in one pass, now that I think about it. Yeah, let's do this in one pass, actually. If we're doing it like this anyways. Let's do that. Let's yoink that and put it up here. Or wait, no. So with that, we have kill I, or ref, kill I equals kill at I. What's wrong here? Oh, this is a comma. There we go. And then let's get rid of that, actually. Yeah, this is quite sloppy, but it is what it is. Is this lazy vim? No. This is my neovim config. It's just completely hand rolled. So luckily I had the foresight when I was messing around with Nightbot earlier today. Dot files. Surely Nightbot doesn't make me look like an idiot. Okay, cool. It's all there. Have you used any AI on this project at all? Not to generate code, at least. For the most part, it's just been me writing the code and occasionally like dumping error output or like asking ChatGPT for help, but that's about it. in terms of like actually writing the code, it's all by hand. Okay, so we've made this a little bit faster, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, let's not worry about that thing. Anything up here? Let's restore everything in spill. We're just gonna be very lazy for now until we actually implement things. So let's get rid of this. We need to figure out the spill constraint thing still. Spill code, we should not do this. We'll just unspecify that. I need to think about what a spill constraint looks like, but we'll figure that out in a bit at least. I guess the big thing is we cannot spill if it's a spill temporary, and I guess that's kind of what we want, right? I guess that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Yeah, like I had the same realization. Like I value my time enough to not want to look through like a giant pile of template error output from my parser generator. So like usually I try to like work through it a little bit by hand until I get like completely stuck, and then like it's probably something like really obvious that I'm missing, and then I stick it into ChatGPT, and it's like oh, looking at your Valgrind output, the solution is obvious, and you're like, okay, geez. But like if it's like a giant template pile, like it's like, yeah, it's obvious, and like, yeah, sure, buddy. So like there's nothing you can really do about it. Seers are clear to read. I mean, yeah, but they also don't say a lot, I think, which is a big problem. Okay. Get status. Interference. Okay. So we got rid of the slush pile we tried to do something about, and then we gave up on it. Yeah, like oh my god, the output actually just like PMO sometimes. Like just say you're an LLM, bro. Like literally. Okay, let's commit this stuff. Status. We got rid of a loop. Yippee. What's good, Skittles? I'm ping-ponging back and forth between my design decisions because it turns out things are less simple than I thought. So this is some slides from that school. So I'm just this actually explains things in like a pretty sane way, I think. So I'm kind of just like looking at this slush pile. I could just do this, to be honest, but I really don't want to do that. Yeah, I should do like spill cost in some way, I think. I know that ChatGPT was telling me that I should like mess with the weights a little bit. I don't remember what that looks like. So I guess we're looking in spill regardless. So we should use those. Yeah, okay. Let's see. What do we do here? Grr. Yeah, so the thing is we can't really, like, live ranges, like, makes things really complicated, so I don't want to worry about this. How do you start with the basics of C++? Any recommendation for someone who wants to change careers in 1 to 2 years aiming to be a software dev for HFT? Ooh. Yeah, this is rough. I think 1 to 2 years is a little bit of a short timeline. I think it's doable though. If you have programming background, I think just like walking through like learncpp.com is probably fine. If you don't, then it might be a little bit rough. I would probably start with like Python just to like get some basic understanding of like general programming constructs. So like you can then at least figure out like what a loop is, or like how branch statements work, like if, or those sorts of things. And like once you've written like a couple toy programs, I think either like looking at C++ just straight off the rip, or looking at C and then C++. I think that's probably like the best way to go about it. In terms of how I started with C++, I just took our school's like intro sequence. It had like a C++ segment in it. So that I guess is a little bit hard to reproduce on your own, unfortunately. But I think like learncpp.com is probably fine as long as you're just like mindful of what you're spending a lot of time on. Are compilers coded in C++ or C? Yes. Or no. Yes and no, actually. Yeah, they usually end up just being in whatever language that they're compiling for, which is like really scary when you think about the TypeScript compiler. And then they ported that to Go, and like everyone was happy. But yeah, the thought of having a compiler written in TypeScript is a little bit scary, as a concept. So okay, so what do we want to do here? We want to check for the register to be Well, so what are we checking for here? We want to check if, I guess this just goes back to like this slush thing here, the constraint. So specifically if it's a spill temporary. So if all of its defs, why am I going through liveness here? Will compilers course help with OS courses? Yes, insofar as like you get better at like not directly, but like you'll get better at like working with low level code, or I guess like systems E code. I wouldn't say it's like a very one-to-one thing, but it'd be hard to say you wouldn't find any help, at least from that. What's your opinion on parser combinators? Combinators? Ah, bonk. I see. I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't really have an opinion on parsing, to be honest, because I've just never really cared about parsing, to be honest. So that's my non-answer. Some experience with Python. Okay, yeah. Then you should be fine then. I think the biggest hurdle will probably just be like the quirks of C++ and just like dealing with the various different classes of errors you might I guess just dealing with the various different C++ related errors you will run into. Specifically working with memory, and then like you learn that like smart pointers exist, and then like you never worry about it again. But like just like kind of understanding what's happening is probably the big thing. I think you'll be fine if you just like work through learncpp.org or .com, I don't remember. But you'll know when you see it. Hasn't mastered every little term. Yeah, that's life. If you ask me anything about parsing, my answer will most likely just be I don't know, which is pretty funny. What are we doing here? Okay, let's undefine this add to cost thing. Let's just make a lambda here. Let's auto add to cost. So this is let's make a lambda. What are we taking here? Yeah, I want to encapsulate some of this stuff as well. Let's do reg. And then let's do amount, I guess. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Oh, but then we have like weird weighting stuff to do. Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, for now we can do this, and then if we have like some weird like scope things, then we can worry about it once we get there. Okay, wait, no, wait, Nightbot, no, please don't spam. Wait, no, wait, no, Nightbot, please, wait. Can I like undelete this message? Wait. Wait, view. Okay, wait, OBS, please, wait, OBS. No, stop clicking. No. How does Vim look so good? Okay. Apologies about Nightbot. Let me just like, let's fix that real quick. Yeah, how does Vim look so good? It's all in my dot files, but it's all like NeoVim. I guess you could like look at my plugins. They're in my dot files. Dot file. Okay. Let's timeouts. What? That's messed up. Okay, let's fix this. Chat moderation. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. Okay. We don't care about moderation here unless I care about it. Song requests. Okay. Anyway, Nightbot. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Let's return here. So this should be a void function. So we should be able to just call this wherever. Okay. So we can do that. That's good. So we do this casting stuff. We color. And then here we want let's redefine this. Let's just make cur cost here. We'll do that. This should be a ref, so we're fine. And then let's just yoink that. Let's throw this here. Let's delete that. Instead of this, this is amount. Let's do that. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Yeah, okay. And then we can yoink all of this. So we can do add to cost. Let's give it reg, and then which weight is this? Def weight. Or is that? Okay, yeah. So we can do that. I'm gonna need the braces in a second, so we're gonna keep those for a second. Main benefits using a hand rule parser is greater control. That makes sense, yeah. I guess like it's like up to you how much you care about it though, at least. I imagine like error messages are the big thing, but like for a toy project like this, I just haven't really cared. What's the point of this file? So this all feeds into like our regalloc slush. So we're allocating registers. Right now we're handling the case where at some point, or I guess the way we're doing regalloc here is we're doing graph coloring. So we generate the interference graph. So it's like a graph with all the registers. If two registers are, I guess, two variables are like in use at the same time, they can't go into the same physical register, so we draw an edge between them in the graph. And then once we have everything, all the edges in the graph, this just turns into a graph coloring problem. So that's like the ideal case. There will be scenarios where we physically cannot fit every variable in at the same time, just because like because like we only have like 16 registers, and if we have a variable that's like used like defined at like the top and then like used very far down, that will add to register pressure. So in some cases we will just need to turn some variables into stack variables. The act of that is spilling, and the whole goal here is we want to, I guess, we want the cheapest spills, because loading and storing into memory is quite slow. So we want to do that as little as possible. So that's the goal of spill costs. So we have like a heuristic for how expensive it is. Usually this would be weighted by loop, but I don't have the analyses in place for that, so I'm just gonna worry about that in the future. Because then I need to like regenerate like a control flow graph, and like that makes a mess. What editor are you using? NeoVim. Yeah. So right now we just have like the number of defines and the number of uses, and if we see a variable definition, we add to the def weight, or we add the def weight. If we see a use, we add the use weight. Copy weight doesn't exist yet. I should probably figure that out. Maybe I should weight copies to like infinity. But yeah, we need some sort of condition that prevents us from respilling like intermediate registers, at least, I think. Or at least deprioritizes those. So we're optimizing for this so far. We aren't caring about this yet. I guess we should probably think about this as well, but yeah, that might be something to look at actually. Because that like directly contradicts that, so it's kind of awkward. Are you finished with everything up to this point? For the most part, yeah. Although I've been very lazy with parsing for aforementioned not caring reasons. I just stuck everything in a parser generator. I have LLVM pass manager at home. So I like wrote a pass manager. I intend on extending that out more after I get CodeGen working. And until that point, the only thing I'm worried about right now is just CodeGen. Yeah, god damn it. What's good, Niraj? Good to see you. You can't be compiler programmer unless you use Emacs. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. It's like it's a shame that it shipped with everything other than a good code editor. Okay. Something about chicken and egg. Nice. Yeah, so the case I'm worried about, so like if we have this instruction and we have to spill if I have to spill something here, that's fine. The problem I have is yeah, so V1 is spilled. I don't want this to be respilled when I do the second pass. So this mentions like two solutions. There's like the naive approach where we just like have a specific spill register. This sucks because that just increases register pressure across everything. So I'm kind of doing this. So every time something needs to be spilled, we just like we generate spill code for that specific variable, and then we just rerun everything. So that's what this like bool changed. I guess this while true is. So this isn't a do until fixed point thing for coalescing reasons. That's completely distinct. I need to worry about. So in here we try color, and then if it's colorable, then we assign registers. Otherwise we spill, and then we just like rerun the loop. Windows, yeah, it's just Valorant. It is just Valorant. Evil mode. Evil mode is crazy. Yeah, if it makes you feel better, my laptop runs Arch. My laptop runs Arch. I take that to class. It's just, well, I'm too lazy to dual boot. And WSL does the job, so like, I don't care enough to switch from it or to like dual boot at least. Yeah, okay. So I think I should just add a guard specifically for this sort of case, where it is just a spill temporary. So we could look at all of the defs of a variable. Yeah, how the hell do we do this? How do we do this quickly at least? Let's make a helper. Let's make a helper in liveness, I guess. Start vibe coding. Yeah, that would work. Unfortunately, that would work. I guess maybe this isn't really like. Yeah, let's actually not put this in liveness. Let's just stick this in spill and call it a day. Let's do stood unordered map from LR right, or let's just do a set actually. Explain why all those were void. Cause I didn't want to redefine my visitor at least. Or I guess my visitor generic. So if we go to instruction, I think it is. Yeah. So this is just our instruction visitor class. And just so I could reuse it, it's void. Because I don't want to have to define a visitor for each type. I guess I could probably template it, but so like specifically under liveness, if we look at the visitor for instance, so those are all void, and then we have like a singular get result at the end, which does the actual return, and that I guess doesn't. I guess that's how we deal with this whole void issue. Yeah, we love trying to do functional programming in C++. Okay, so we have a set of register. So this is, we want to get unspillable. NGMI, that's true. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Let's give it liveness, I guess. Okay. Fedora, good OS for dual boot. Fedora's fine. I don't know. Fedora's fine. Arch is fine. Ubuntu's fine. Just like, it's just like kind of like, that's like asking, is X distro a good distro? Like, if it fits your uses, then go for it. Okay, let's implement this thing. So we should step through. We should step through liveness. I guess we could just look at gen. Or we could just look at all of the instructions and then. That means we have to look at the instructions. Damn it. Oh, that's really annoying. Yeah, we need to encode more information. This is irritating. So let's go to regelloc. Never understood where the meme about ours comes from. I think that's just like, I think it's just it has the most prominent ricer community. Like, you don't see any, for the most part, you don't really see other distros doing a lot of ricing. And also, like, trends are trends, I guess. Not in a bad way, but like, trends are trends at the end of the day. Okay. So how do we want to pass this in? Because this is kind of annoying, actually, to pass around. I guess we could just give it the function, but like, that sucks. Yeah, I guess we do necessarily need to give it the function. So let's give it the function. Let's just pass it in here. Let's do this. Why is there a truck outside? We need to update the header real quick. So let's stick our function star f. Yes, we can do this. Let's give it f. Okay. What's wrong now? No matching. Oh, wait, I see. Let's do this for a second. So what is wrong? Oh, wait, I put this in the wrong place. I'm a bot. Whoops. Okay, yeah, maybe NGMI is kind of correct, Loki. Anyways, let's. Okay, so that's good. I think everything else is good. Let's make this thing. We have register set somewhere, actually. We can just reuse that, which is pretty funny. Yes, we could rename this restricted. I don't know. Okay, let's do. So we'll give it F and then L here. Okay. So then for each register, I guess we could just like, we could just check in here actually. So if it's a virtual register, we don't care. If reg, so I guess if restrictions, if this contains reg, then we'll just set cur cost to literally be -1. We'll just set it as max value. Oh wait, we still do need that stuff actually. We could make this like the most unreadable one-line double ternary operator slush. That'd be pretty funny actually. I'm kind of tempted. I'm gonna do this for now because I'm going to regret it later and change it. But until then, I think it'd be pretty funny. So if restrictions contains, what are we coloring here? Let's do color. Color. This is not color. We should not call this color. I think this is like, yeah, this is just the register. So flattened reg. We can just do that. We can just flatten everything. Yeah, I think we kind of have to do that. Yeah, so we can, so it has flattened reg, then -1. Otherwise, we can keep the rest of this. Oh my god, this is unreadable as hell. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I regret a lot of things in life. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep this, and then to do regret this choice. Do you make money from streaming, or if it's passion? I don't earn enough to like survive off of this, but like this is just like a little side project. The main thing is just like, the main reason I'm streaming is just like to keep me working on this stuff every day. Because if I didn't stream, I sure as hell would not be doing this. I'd probably be like a chud right now and just like playing video games. But instead, I guess I'm a chud writing code on the internet for 20 cents a video. So like, what do I know? But yeah, that's the main purpose of this has just been to like keep me disciplined, if not motivated, because yeah, because it's really hard to like not keep going with all this when the whole internet's holding you accountable, at least. So reach instruction in function. Let's walk through this stuff real quick. Feels so much more locked in. Yeah, it's like it truly is just like, it's very easy to like get caught up in like number hell and just like focus exclusively on analytics. I'm definitely like, there have been times where I've been like guilty about that. Like the 3 days when I was just stuck on like 3,998 subs, I was like, please. But like it's like, it is very easy to like just look at numbers, but as long as like, I feel like as long as like I remind myself that this is mostly just for me, I think it can stay healthy at least. How old are you? Old enough to drink at least. How do I want to step through this? There's a place where I iterated through 2 things at once. I think it was in liveness, right? Was that with the printing? Yes, it was in the printing, yeah. So we have index, and then we loop through stuff like this, but that's kind of awkward. I think this is the least awful way to do this. So I think I will just do it like that. This is a very gross pattern. Gramps, true. So 25. Okay, I should clarify before I get fossilized. I should clarify. I'm still like, I'm like the average college senior age. I will specify that much. I don't want to be seen as prehistoric. $52. Okay, it's over for me. I'm in my 4th year of college. Okay. So for each instruction. So I guess we want to add it to restricted if it's This is awkward actually. Were you the person who discovered America? Yeah, that one's rough. I will decline to comment. So if all defs are loads, I guess this is what we want. So if it's only defined in a load, then it's already a spill temporary. Wait, I think I understand the copy weight thing. So if it's a copy, that's like 0 cost, right? So, because we already have a copy, so respilling it wouldn't cost anything. I guess in that sense, we could also just like look for first non-zero. Wait, that might actually be a better way to do this. Wait, this is kind of huge. But then we need the instruction. Okay. Columbus. That's unfortunate. that's very unfortunate. Yeah, I guess it's probably faster to just pre-compute all of the restricted registers. So how do we do this? I guess we could do restricted and then we can do like de-restricted. I promise this makes sense. This one makes sense. So we add to restricted if it's a. So I guess first of all. Okay, but it'll make sense. I'll just code along. I promise. I promise this is sane. Okay, so first we want to return restricted. So we have the instruction. Instruction unique pointer. So we want. So this is like a. So we want every register that meets the criteria, I guess. Exclusively meets the criteria. So maybe it is faster just to do one pass. I don't know. So I guess we could. How do I do this? So we want. Let's get gen or kill. I guess we want gen. Yeah, let's get gen. Is there a goal for this compiler? The biggest thing I want to learn about is just the middle end, but unfortunately the front end and the back end are a bit of a necessity just to like, you know, generate code at all. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And while I'm in the back end, I figured I may as well learn more about algorithms beyond just like what a college course would cover. So here I am writing an actual spill algorithm instead of just spilling everything. What is this? It's intimidating. It's a compiler. It's a lot of C++ slush. So it's a program that translates code from C to x86-64 assembly. Your code won't look this hideous unless you write low-level code. There is a relevant textbook screenshot. Let me find it. What was our OS textbook? Let me check. But there's a very good There's a very funny image I need to find that was in it that is very relevant. It wasn't O-Step, it was the other one. Fuck, which one was it? Was it OS Principles and Practices? I don't think it was this. It was this Tannenbaum book, Modern Operating Systems. Okay. Tannenbaum OS book. PDF. We're just gonna yoink a copy real quick. There's a wonderful screenshot or a wonderful graphic in it that I'm trying to find. Found it. I think this pretty well explains what's happening. Just replace operating system with compiler, and I am literally writing the ugly interface right now. It's such a good graphic. But yeah, I'm literally turning, I guess, ugly assembly into beautiful abstractions. But yeah. I'm so glad this is like permanently locked into my mind. Let me take a screenshot of this actually and leave it in the Discord. Okay. Anyways, this aside. Yeah. Haven't even touched the middle line at all. Just going from AST to bytecode. I see. Yeah. I think that's kind of the extent that I've had before working on this. So that is also kind of like why I'm working on this big project. But I also wanted to like refresh my front end and middle end stuff, or front end and back end. Yeah. So instead of just like writing a bunch of LLVM passes, I'm just going from scratch. This might have been a mistake. This might have not. It's open to interpretation. Okay, so genset is L0. Also, this reminds me. Someone asked a while ago why I'm using auto so much. The big thing is I'm just too lazy to figure out what the types are. Like, yeah, I don't want to write std vector, std unordered set, all that slush. So auto like saves with that. There's also like just a general code safety thing with auto. So if I do like foo here, this won't compile because we need it to be initialized to deduce the type. So this brackets out another class of errors altogether. Okay, what do I want to do here? So we want to check if it's a load. So this is where I wish I left the load instruction in, but we don't have that anymore, so we just have MOV from register, I guess. So we have load. Yeah, so we want to, I guess, we have to, I really have to do fast dynamic cast at some point. So we want another instruction, MOV star, let's give it I get. So if it's not an MOV, then we continue. Yeah, this code on the right is definitely some of the uglier code I've written, but I think there is some places where it has been worse before. If you want to look in my repo, I would suggest avoiding like all of the slush in here, especially the tree merging stuff. This stuff is particularly bad. I would suggest you stay away from that. If you are scared by ugly code, I would suggest it. Okay. So we want to look at the defs, I guess. So we want to look at Gen specifically. I recommend not looking at the code. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we want, let's get gen of I. So this is equal to gen at I index. This is miserable. I index plus plus. Actually, we could just postfix increment this and call it a day, because that's all we use this for. Why didn't I do that in here actually? In liveness. Why didn't I do that? Okay, well, whatever. I guess I wanted to do it in a for loop, so yeah. This code is just doomed. Some parts we just lock in a closed box and never look at again. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we want that. So if MOV, then I guess we should check if it has an address. So if it's a load. This is I really hate the way I've encoded things now. I regret a lot. Yeah, I should have just kept it as it was. So we got auto. So we want dist, I guess, or source to LR address. Still have the chance to rewrite it from scratch. True. We'll just do something here. So we want MOV get source. So if this is an address, then life is good. So here we should do some stuff otherwise, and then we should continue. So is this, yeah, so we want to check if it's a load. Add to restricted if not in restricted. Otherwise is not a load. Then remove from restricted. Actually, let's do loaded, and then I guess memory load, and then not memory load. This is so slop. This is so slop. Yeah, and then we could just do one more passover at the end. Do you even understand what the hell is going on in this file? That is a good question. Depending on how long ago some of the stuff was written, it's hard to say. What's good? TYN Cam, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Are you streaming us on Twitch? I'm not. But I'm doing well here. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Let's get Pablo. Good to see you. Let's actually just leave these names as it was. Yes, let's remove from restricted, add to de-restricted. Grr. Not loaded. Like think. I see. Okay. Okay. So let's change this up. So for each reg and I guess if it's a load, what does the gen set look like again? So this is in liveness. Alright, MOV. So we're looking at gen. It's just one operand, I guess. Right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So there should just be one thing. Wait. But what if it's memory? Okay. Okay, so we can't do that. We have to do... Then we have to check the... we have to check the damn dest as well. What part of the compiler are we working on? The backend, specifically CodeGen, specifically regalloc, specifically spilling. This is awful. This is just like a slot pile at this point. I promise I will clean this up. I spent like multiple streams before just like doing cleanup work. We can't do that actually. We should check the gen set, I think. There's no good way to do this. Grr. Okay, I guess we should probably just... Surely we're not copying from memory to memory. Yeah, I guess we could just check for this case specifically. That's not what I wanted to do. Where am I? There I am. So we want... Is this the only case we care about? I guess yes, because the register we care about is dest. So if it is this, then and not loaded, I guess we could just add this in. So we can insert. This sucks. This really sucks. This is not a great way to do this. So we need everything that only comes from loads at least. So we might actually have to do the like ugly thing. Load only, and then gen by not load only. I guess I hate everything. So this has to be a load. So then. And so if it doesn't contain dest, I believe. Yeah, this gets really complicated very quickly. Specifically for like for addressing reasons, I guess. If it's an address, I'm down to like spill some things, but I think that will make a mess. And we will chain memory accesses very quickly. I hope we don't generate code that does that, but hopefully it's fine. So if source and dest and that thing, then we also want to check dest reg num. So if this is virtual, yeah, this is a lot of conditions. So we're gonna do something funny here. We're gonna add a true there. So then we can put all of these on a new line. I'll go and get ready to sleep. I hope you have a good evening. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the support lots. And I guess have a good rest of your evening. Okay, so this little thing lets us put all these in the same line. I promise this isn't the ugliest code I've written. And the formatter destroys it. Okay. Yeah, take care. Let's... Okay, I don't care enough about this to preserve this. Let's just do that. I guess we don't care about reordering, so this is fine. So then we can add this to load only insert dest. What's wrong here? Arrow. This is so bad. Okay, so here we want to do like for each reg in gen of I. So if load only contains reg, then we want to move it out instead, because then this is, yeah. So load only erase. Is this a thing? Oh, that is a thing. Neat. What do we care about this though? I guess we need to figure out a way to flatten the registers, huh? Let's just do it like this, so then we can take some stuff out of this. Let's add this at least. Do we need the operand manager? Okay, this is the worst design choice I've ever made. I hate everything about this now. Because now we have to pass the operand manager in again. And it's just like, we've just made a giant mess. Like, that's all we've done. Okay, so then we need flattened reg. We want to flatten this. And then we want to pass operand manager in. Can it be a singleton? I probably should make it a singleton, but I'm concerned I might need multiple instances in the future in the event that I do larger module level compilation units. It's not just one file. In that instance, then I think it might matter, but I could also probably just reuse it. So I probably should singleton it, huh? That it stores some things in a vector, so that'd be kind of awkward. Yeah, I think it shouldn't be a singleton, but I could see the argument for it at least. What am I doing here? Oh, we need, so this should be its own line. So we want get register. So what parameters again? So we want, I guess, so we want flat size. And then we want to do this thing again. Let's do virtual register. Let's give it dist. Name, that's what we're missing. Then give it flattened reg. I should definitely stick this in a helper somewhere. Here, flattened reg. Yeah, that looks reasonable, I guess. It's not amazing, but it's reasonable. What else do we want to do here? We need to flatten in here, but this is also very slow. I guess we could yoink that. Yeah, so if it's not virtual, then we continue. This is an arrow, because it's a unique putter. Here we get reg. Here we want to use flattened reg. And do that. And then here we just need to pass in OM as well. I know this doesn't need to be a function, but I like my code to be a little bit more readable. Okay, so now, oh boy. Okay. So then if, I guess we're giving this a, so if this contains flattened reg, then, oh wait, we already do that. Okay, we're good. All right, let's see what happens now. I'm very scared. I think this will probably segfault. I'm very confident that this will not work. Very explicitly not work. Okay, that's a different register. That's good. Well, this does what we expected it in a way. Most notably, it's getting rid of the register that we're trying to, the register that's causing a problem, which was 91, I believe. So let's go to regalloc now. Let's break here, or make build. I don't want to see the test output fail. Zoop. Okay, so previously it was trying to spill this register, which obviously was causing a problem because that does not alleviate any register pressure. So now what's it trying to spill? It's trying to spill 52. Zoop. What do we need this for? We need to add. Okay, well the other problem here is we shouldn't need to spill anything anyway. So something is wrong with our coloring, but that's an issue for next time. For now, Let's add source backend passes. So what do we call this? Or let's make this again. This should vomit out infinite again. Okay. So here we spill.cpp. I'm already regretting this choice, but it is what it is. Prevent spilling. Spill temporaries, I guess. Stack var temporaries. Yeah, so what we've done here is, I guess I should probably print the thing, huh? I need to format the header? Oh, okay. Yeah, I should probably print out the stuff that it considers a temporary. So I'm probably gonna do that real quick, actually, before I forget. So let's reach reg in restrictions. Stood out reg to string stood end line. I'll just be lazy with that. Or we could put it up here, actually, just to be clear. And then let's go to regalloc. Here, return down here. Let's build. And then let's see what this vomits out. If we're correct, all of the registers it vomits out should be like stack variable temporaries, and those we should not spill, I think. Or exclusively stack variable temporaries. Zoop. Okay. Okay. That doesn't help me. Yeah, on second thought, I actually don't want to verify this. Maybe I'll save this for like the start of next time when I have like more brain cells to burn. Maybe we add another new line as well. Let's go back to spill. As long as this is like somewhat readable, I think I will be happy enough. Okay, yeah. How do you say your username? Golf1, Golf-owned. Those are the two correct answers. Golf0net is the most popular wrong answer though. Okay. So let's look here. Oh wait, that one, okay, wait. So these allocated properly, so we don't need to worry about this output. Yeah, so this pile, I will verify this next time. But yeah. Yeah, this has been a mess. Let's see. How do you feel about templates in C++? I haven't worked with them enough. I plan on working on them when I'm doing like my my fast dynamic cast sort of thing. But yeah. They scare me a lot. I think the intention was good. I think they have turned into something as bad as C macros. Not necessarily that they're bad, but we have very much done more with them than we probably should have. Okay. I don't think I need to commit this. Let's push though. But yeah, I'm gonna call the stream here though. Thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and sub to the channel. What are the most important C++ concepts? I don't have a great picture of that, to be honest. It is just like whatever you need, whatever like your work asks for. Like some companies need a lot of template slush, or not a lot. Some companies use like some very obscure feature that like their entire code base depends on. But yeah, yeah, like the stream, sub to the channel. Check out the Discord. It's in the description, or !Discord in the chat. Also in the descriptions, my LinkedIn, and my GitHub. Feel free to add me on those. And also my GitHub sponsors is there. Feel free to send a donation my way if you appreciate what I'm doing and wish to support me financially. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some work and enjoy the rest of my evening. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Wait, real quick, what is a compiler? It's a program that translates code from one language to another. Yeah, see y'all for real now.